Yeah, I mean, for sure it was a tough track to race, but it's the same for everyone, and I feel like the fastest guy were in front. So I feel like P6 was the best I could do, and I was lacking pace and speed tonight, which is very frustrating because I was trying hard. I was feeling good, feeling fresh, but yeah, I was just didn't have the speed, and don't really know why. So I'm gonna take a look with the team and try to understand why. But that track didn't really suit me. It was very flat, very low turn, and pretty basic. Everybody was doing the same thing. So I was struggling a little bit to close the gap with the guy in front of me. So very frustrating.
Felt a lot better than the first race. Obviously, with just getting a little bit more experience back for me. Primarily bike setup and just race shape. Like there's so much that you miss out on when you don't race and you take that amount of time off. So I'm happy because I feel like an 18-year-old kid again. Like I feel great because I took 2 years off of the abuse, right? So I feel my body feels great, but I have all these pieces to put back together, So it's it's going to take a little bit more time, but I'm really pleased. I am. I'm happy with how the team is being there for us, and as far as what I think we need to be doing, we're on it. And I'm pleased with that. So I wanted to give a big thanks to Matt, Christine, and Dakota. So we got a pretty good thing going. Couple little tweaks, and I'm there. Like I think I'm going to get that next group, but. Dude, they're fast. Like everybody's so fast. It's nuts. Like, I've never, even in 20, my last race season, there was a lot of fast dudes, no doubt. But I mean, we were missing we still have all the same dudes we had, but we were missing 6 more.
Yeah.
And now we got 6 more. It's
Right.
just like, they just keep coming.
Man, it felt good. I dodged a bullet there. Just going straight out of the heat race and not having to go to the LCQ. Thankfully, I got a blessing from old Shane McElrath. Yeah, I knew I was sort of there, like 8, 9, and then whenever I seen Shane, I knew we had like 2 laps to go after he had stalled it there, and I looked back over the finish line. He was pretty far back, so I just put it in cruise control, tried not to have many sketchy moments, and pull her on through.
No, it was unbelievable for me. It's a personal best to get 4th, but like you said, the whole day felt incredible. Good in practice, good in the heat race to lead a few laps, and Hampshire got me, but I was struggling with my starts, to be honest, before. Then we worked really hard this week at club, and then to pull a whole shot in the heat and a really good start in the main, it was pretty good. And in the main, I rode that pace for a bit, but then I'm missing that endurance, But I just got to keep progressing. I'm super happy that I have the speed, And like right now, I believe I'm one of the guys, whereas before I never really believed, because I never had that speed. So yeah, I'm just super stoked and happy to be here.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a double-edged sword. First half was good. Second half, I kind of fumbled a little bit. I kind of got stuck behind Oldenburg a little bit. He was going forward in the beginning, and then we kind of, I don't know, we got into like a little bit of a funk of just kind of trail riding around. So I'm not sure what it was. And Styles kind of reeled us in and passed both of us. So not really happy about that. But bikes were really good off the start today. Twisted did a good job. We did some mapping changes. Went back to an OG shock that I had last year. Kind of brought some comfort back. So because I struggled at Anaheim pretty bad. But overall with today, it was all right. I'm kind of bummed. I missed some spokes halfway through the main when RJ passed me, kind of ran it in, and didn't leave me much room, RJ, and kind of screwed me a little bit. So I heard some tinking with my spokes. I was kind of a little bit worried with that, but it ended up working out.
Could you feel it at all? Or
I couldn't feel it. I was starting to get a little bit of a wobble. I took like 3 or 4 spokes out. He kind of screamed to let me know he was coming, but it was a little bit too late. So I'll have to go say hi to RJ next week and be like, dude, what the hell? But it was okay. I just I need a little bit more hang on. Kind of still, a little arm pump, a little bit tired. So it's a lot to take in. So little kids they got some speed.
No, yeah, I was just had a really good main event. Realistically, I didn't have the greatest heat race, so I was I think 18th gate pick way outside, and then there was some gnarly carnage coming in from the inside. So I was just happy to get around it clean and then work my way up to the front end of the, or not towards the front, but you know what I mean. So better than where I was on the start anyway. But no, I'm just happy to keep improving. I'm looking to try to crack that top 5 by the end of the year, hopefully, and I just need to get a good start. Well, I definitely felt a lot better with the track. The track held up really good. I think it came around really good for the main event. I did the sight lap, and I actually came back to the gate, and I'm like, dude, the track's smooth. It was honestly the best it was all day. Like, we had really good ruts, and the whoops actually were pretty mellow as far as main event whoops go.
Yeah, happy to come out here with the 10th. Obviously, the goal this year was to be in the top 10 consistently. First weekend came out with the 13th, this weekend 10th. So we're heading in the right direction. The guys ahead of me, obviously, a little bit better still. So I need to find a little bit extra speed and get some better starts and try to get up in the mix a bit more. I'd like to say I learned a lot between the weeks, but unfortunately, I was only able to ride 3 times. So I still learned a lot, and I feel like I've made steps in the right direction. Obviously, moving forward, it's just seat time in a main event. I took a long time away from the series. I'm older, coming back. It's a younger generation, and it's getting that fight back in me and getting used to just being flat out for 15 minutes plus a lap. So we're getting closer. My goal was obviously not to get lapped. I got lapped with 2 laps to go, but those guys up front, you know, they're running at another level, and obviously it's inspiring. For me right now, the goal is not to get lapped and stay inside the top 10. So as silly as that sounds, that's where I'm at, and I want to continue to build with this team that I'm with. It's capable of much more, and I want to show the people that we work hard and we can get the results.
Yeah, so free practice was really good. Qualifying 1 was really good as well, and then the second qualifier just kind of, I think, was just making too many mistakes, trying too hard, and I was fighting the track really bad, and the sun was in our eyes pretty good too. But yeah, I qualified 24th going into the night. Wasn't too stoked on that, and yeah, heat race. I did a lot of racing tonight. I think the heat race start was not great. I came into the turn really good, but I blew the turn, no brakes, and went in the other side of the track. But got going. I was in 12th, and they ended up red flagging the race due to a down rider. But we did a staggered start, which I've never done before in professional racing, so it was kind of cool to experience that. And I got going again, but I was just 1 short. Or actually, I went down in the last turn, went over to the tough blocks, but I was in 10th when I did that, so I was 1 short either way. And then going into the LCQ, I had 18th gate pick, and I was like, oh, this is not going to be great. Somehow there was an inside gate open, and I definitely capitalized with that and took that. Got a good jump, and I just couldn't get my hands or elbows in front of the 2 riders next to me, so I had to lock up the brakes, and it actually helped out because I was literally probably like 8th or 10th in the first turn and squeezed in inside of everyone and came out second. And I was like, let's go, like, we're good, stay in second. And I got passed a few times. I definitely fell back to 4th one part of the race. Next corner, got back into second. So we were jumping around, but yeah, ended up second in the LCQ, and I was just stoked because that was definitely my goal from A1. I just really needed to capitalize on how I did there. And when I got into the main this weekend, I knew I was like, all right, we're better. And just the overall all day was better. We figured out a lot on the bike with that. With Oakland being canceled, we had a little bit more time to test and stuff. And yeah, main event was great. Had a not so great start, but I kind of locked up the brakes and cut under all that carnage. But it was good. Had some really good battles throughout the night. There was a lot of passing that I was doing and getting past and passing back. But overall, it was great. I came out with 12th on the night and stoked to bring this momentum into A2.
So yeah, I had actually a pretty good practice and set some pretty good times. And then I might have been last or second to last lap. I actually hit a really good lap and had my fastest first 2 sectors, and then I just endoed off the Dragons, and yeah, I took a hard hit. Pretty banged up right now, but I mean, overall, made it straight into the main through the heat. I mean, obviously that's not what I trained for, but it's a step in the right direction, especially being banged up. And then in the heat, I never really found my rhythm. So yeah, I mean, like I said, 16th is not what I what I worked for, and it's not my goal, but compared to A1, it's a step in the right direction, and we're kind of healthy. We're definitely one piece, so it is good. I have to take the positives out of it and just moving on to A2.